Chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Subcommittee on Asia and the Pacific. Sir, thank you for joining us. What is your reaction to those reports? Do you believe them?
Well, we're going to have to, I don't want to say trust and verify, but we need to move forward to make sure that they are dismantling the Sohae launch site and that they continue to do that along with the other things that were spelled out. This is imperative that we move down this, and, our goal is to make sure that Kim Jong-un goes through with what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, which is, one of the big questions. You heard the president say during his speech just now that, he told Kim Jong-un that, part of this is that he wants to be able to bring back those who were lost in North Korea. And he said that Kim said it will be done. And he got a lot of applause. And then he said after that, so the process is starting fairly soon, we hope. He sounded less hopeful in the aftermath of that declaration. Are you concerned about the progress of this process?
Yeah, I am, but I think we should keep in mind what our ultimate goal is. We want to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. We want a peaceful outcome to this. It's going to be a step-by-step process, and each step that Kim Jong-un does favorably will be a positive thing. Our goal from a Foreign Affairs Committee is to make sure that we keep sanctions on and we give the administration and the State Department more tools that they can implement more sanctions until the Kim regime moves forward in good faith.
Yeah, we saw evidence of that last week. We saw Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Nikki Haley at the UN, and they were there pressing both publicly and privately, we're told, Russia and China to, abide by the sanctions as they're in place, and that those two countries are violating them by going ahead with ship-to-ship petroleum shipments over to North Korea. So it does seem like the pressure is still on. Do you feel like it's still as strong as it was before?
No, it's not. And this is, again, we've got 12 nations that voted unanimously to put sanctions on there. China and Russia were there too. They're breaking that. Our goal is to put enough pressure through the banking institutions where they bring money through the United States through our banking system. Not just Russia and China, but all nations, and we're looking at that in our committees to make sure that the Treasury Department is following through, and we're going to continue to do that. The pressure has to stay on North Korea. North Korea has a tremendous amount to gain from this, and they have a tremendous amount to lose, and so I hope Kim Jong-un chooses wisely for the North Korean people and for the peninsula. And if we all come together, we can do this.
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel James Reese was on our air earlier today and saying, you know what, this is a process and it takes time. I'm wondering how much time you would be willing to give it.
Well, it's going to be something that develops over probably 6 months to a year. As far as the strategy and what we're going to do, the important thing is that we're moving forward. And when Kim Jong-un doesn't move forward, he's the one that is choosing to back out of this. It's just like the return of those bodies.
Yep.
Come on, we've had this, we've known about this for 60 years. This is not something they've got to go find these people. They need to return these bodies as a good faith effort, and let's move on from there.
Sir, thank you for coming on the show today. We appreciate it.
You bet. You have a great day.
President Trump also touching on the politics of immigration during his speech today. The president praising